It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Falcons and the Silver and Black under the lights on Monday night.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out in his 13th season out of Michigan State is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade of starting in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jack Jones making that tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Now Cousins on 3rd and shorts. And he has it near the sideline and near the marker. And they're going to say he's out of bounds. Nearly a big play on 3rd, but now 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a fair catch made here at the 17. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
Gardner's the kind of guy that you just say his name. You just look at him there with the mustache in the huddle. He just puts a smile on your face. And oh, by the way, he tends to elevate the people around him. Last year in Indianapolis, filling in for Anthony Richardson, yeah, it was only 15 touchdowns on paper. But man, he made that team believe, that city believe. And he's hoping to do the same here in Vegas.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Minshew. He'll get it complete to Alexander Madison. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action, it's Minshew. Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Minshew. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over. They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Staying with Robinson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Third down give to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Madison. And they bring him down right around the 23. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 4. He'll get this one to Madison. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for Raiders first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Minshew on 1st down. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the gun, a run for Madison. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Minshew. Complete here to Bowers. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff, now Minshew. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Up the middle they go with Madison. Juke the defender. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 6 yards on the play, and that brings up 4th down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
A.J. Cole on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Got it, man. Robinson has it.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 43. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw for Cousins. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, Robinson. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 17. Pitts brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Here's Robinson. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here's second and goal from the 6. Back to throw, Cousins. Now touching down a couple of yards away from that marker. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. And he's brought down for a loss.
Okay, I got to give some kudos to that defense right there. Sometimes as an offense, you think you can outsmart those guys on the other side. But that defense, they were dialed in for that draw.
So now on fourth down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo after the field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Madison again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and short. Here's Minshew. He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, a normal old stop on 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Minshew working from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. The give now to Madison. We'll have him gain about a handful there. A.J. Terrell making that stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Out of the pistol, Minshew. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Enough goes to Madison, running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll go right back to Madison. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got third down well inside field goal range. Minshew setting up to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now we're on with Robinson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Another carry for Robinson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's Cousins. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing is Cousins. That one's incomplete over the middle. That throw intended for Drake London. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They'll run it with Bijan. And he gets this forward to the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Cousins. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Now the give for Bijan. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
On 3rd and goal, it's Cousins. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
They'll run. This is Madison. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. Now Minshew. He'll get this one to Madison. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 28. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He puts some power on a deep one left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be Raider football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They motion Tucker over left. Out of the gun, Madison. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play. Back now, pressure on its way. Has a man, it's Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Deep for the Falcons, Ray McLeod. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Falcons and this running back headed back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 41. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Hits him on the out route. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying with Robinson. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Cousins out of the pistol here. Touchdown, Atlanta! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Madison again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Minshew now on 3rd down. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Falcons back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Falcons driving ahead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Cousins. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, ball at the 36. Back to throw, Cousins. He's got London left side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now Cousins again. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Hauled in left side. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Deep to receive it is Trey Tucker. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. Complete, it's Myers. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Second and 3 now. From the 32. That one complete to Turner. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Fakes the handoff. Now Minshew. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. He gets this one to Myers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. A final throw before the break. Escapes his grasp. Brought in close to the 8. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. We've reached the midway point of this game. The visiting Falcons taking a lead into that locker room. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Minshew working from the gun. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A run here with Robinson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing his Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And the Raiders get to it. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
Here comes their offense out again. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Minshew. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throw on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make the most of the interception, returning this up to their own 25 before going down. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jack Jones making that tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 28. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Play action now for Cousins. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Madison. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll go right back to Madison. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Play action, it's Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. It really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Completed over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's good for 7 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down throw for Cousins. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That's caught for the first. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he's brought down for a loss.
That extra half second, Kate, that's it. You know, we talk about timing in the passing game all the time, the precision. Well, it's the same thing with the drop. If you have too long of a delay, you give a D-tackle like that a chance to get home and make a play.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Now it's Cousins. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Cousins. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. The kick by Lutz is good, and that extends the lead to 20.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Abdullah now to return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10 now from the 30. They go with Madison here. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They give it to Madison. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To the ground with Madison. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now Minshew. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Punt team on the field. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Here's Cousins. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Tight end in motion left. Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Finds him on the crossing route. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Now we're on with Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Motioning the tight end left. Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run. This is Madison. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Minshew setting up to throw. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Punting unit out now. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. Now Cousins on 3rd and short. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Madison. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Minshew working from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 36. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, Minshew. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So it's second down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be third and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the pistol, Minshew. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball left side. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Here's Cousins now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by, I love this name, Devon Diablo. And the Raiders return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. This one falls incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Minshew. Complete over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Minshew on 1st down. And he's got it, but didn't stay in bounds. Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field, though. Let's listen. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Minshew to throw. He gets this one to Myers. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
3rd and long, it's Minshew. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
4th and 3, drive on the line. They snap it, here's Minshew. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. Pitts brings it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Catch is made down the right sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Robinson on the inside give. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
Second and 3. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Raider football. The offense getting set to go. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. First and 10, Minshew. Complete, it's Myers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Back to throw, Minshew. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Minshew. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Minshew looking to throw. Has a man, it's Madison. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing on first is Minshew. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 2nd and 10 now, Minshew has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Minshew working from the gun. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this one doesn't go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Here's Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Out of the gun, Cousins. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. So they're left facing a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Raiders ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Minshew. That's complete. Here's Madison. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the 16. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Working quickly here. From the 46. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Brought in by Turner. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They snap it. Here's Minshew. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Gonna give for Bijan. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Falcons can rest easy with a 3-score lead. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll run it with Bijan. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to it. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. This is Robinson. Room to run inside the 20. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only 1 field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.